So I think we are at 1:07, and I think we can begin to do something. Now, today we will be looking at CSS and JavaScript. Hopefully time won't beat us. So we would do just a quick recap, quickly, try to scaffold a new website using HTML. And then on that same website, we will then use it to learn about the CSS. So in the first session, we just look at what the CSS is all about. And then after that, we will then move on to our own project that we would be dealing with. Please, I believe that all of you have received the email I sent this afternoon. All right, if you are live and you are on the chat, please just give me thumbs up. If you are ready to code, give me thumbs up and let's begin. All right. Good. Just thumbs up, thumbs up. Those that are in, please give me some thumbs up. Let's know that you are in. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm seeing only 3 thumbs up, meaning that it's only 3 people that are ready. The rest are not ready. Hello? Can we get some more? All right. So with that said, we would open our text editor again. And here I'm going to create a new folder so you can see and so today I'm creating a new folder. I'll name it day 2. Day 2. So maybe day 2 lessons. All right. Please, can you hear me? I understand someone up here can't hear me. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, please give me a wave. Or just say yes. Yeah, if you can hear me, please just give me a wave. So up here, please check your microphone and see. All right, good. Okay, and I hope it is in real time. I hope it is in real time. That's great. All right. Okay, so with that said, as you can see, I've just created a new folder called Day 2 Lessons. By now, this should be quite easy for you. And I've opened it in my text editor. Good. So I'm going to create index.html. Okay. So today, funny enough, my auto-completion is not working. Good, it's working. All right, and I'll call it CSS Learning CSS. All right, good. So let's just so please, for those who have just joined us today, the video has been made available. There is a lot we went into yesterday. It was a whole packed up information we had yesterday. To go over everything, we might not be able to also finish what we need to do today. So please just journey alongside with us. If you see that if we see that your problem is really a huge one that we can do something about it, we can. Other than that, please just make reference to the notes and also to the video that I've already sent to you. Okay, so remember we have tags H1 and I can say learning CSS day 2. All right, good. Then I could have a paragraph. So paragraph where I could write today we'll be learning all about the fundamentals, of CSS. CSS means, okay, well, let me use my auto-completion to, okay. All right. CSS is a very powerful language and it is used to style different HTML pages. It stands for cascading style sheets. Okay, good. Now, so I have this. Now let's take a look at it. Now, before we go on, today I would like to introduce you to another new feature, another feature of VS Code, the text editor you are using. Now, please, if you can see my mouse or my cursor, please click on this very icon called extensions, 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 and then search in live server, live server, live server. Please, if you've been able to do this, give me a thumbs up. If you've been able to do this, give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up if you've been able to do this. You click on this link, on this very icon here, which is extensions, and then you type in the box live server, live server, live server, live server, live server. If you've been able to do it, please just give me a thumbs up. If you've been able to do it, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Good. Right. So now the first one you see, click on it, which has about 27 million downloads. The one that has this very icon, just click on it and click install. I've already installed mine, so I'm seeing disable. So click install, install, install. I can uninstall mine and reload and still search for live server. Good. And now I'm going to click on install. So click install, install, and it's going to install. Okay. Now that it is installing, once you are done, now you have a system. You can see that at the bottom right corner, there is something called go live. Go live. If you can see that, it means you've successfully installed the extension. VS Code allows us to, it's a very powerful text editor. We can have so many plugins. You can download themes. You can do so many things. And almost all the plugins or the extensions you find are free. So now that you've successfully installed it, please, if you've installed it, let's go to the text editor itself. There, your editor where you have your codes are, and click on go live. Click on go live. Click on go live. Go live. You see that it would automatically open the browser for you, and you should see your web page. You should see your web page. You should see your web page. You should see your web page now. I hope if you can see your web page, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, Patricia, what error are you seeing? What error are you seeing? Okay, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Very good, very good, very good. So if you've reached this page, it means that everything we did yesterday, you understand and it is clear to you. And so for those who are joining us, once again, please just go along, go along. It will become clearer as you go along. If you become frustrated right now because you are not getting it, you won't get it. So just be cool, remain calm, go along. If you see us doing anything, just join us. Okay, so now, once you click on the go live, you see that now your URL, if you are getting error 78, please check and see if you are not running any server on your machine. Secondly, you can uninstall the VS, the extension, and install it again, okay? Because it's just a simple server. So you will see that now you have 127.0.0.1.1 port 5,500. This is your local host server. Okay, so what would you do to bring it back, Elvis? What question are you asking? Please, with your questions, try to be a bit expressive so that I can understand what you want to do. All right, let me change my theme. If you mistakenly cancel it, just go to the extension, the icon on your far left. Just click on it, search for live server, either uninstall it and then install it again. Okay. Now, once you are done, it's at the bottom right corner. You should see, you see that right now, because we are running it, it says port 5,500. If I click on it, I would have closed it. If you want to go live again, just click on go live. This very button, please look at the screen. Look at the screen before you go ahead to code or do anything. This go live, click on the go live. Once you click on the go live, it will open your web browser to the web page. That's what will happen. You will see that you are on it. Please, if you've done it, give me thumbs up. Those who are having errors, have you been able to resolve it? Just uninstall it, install it again. Yeah, so give me some thumbs up if you've been able to achieve it. Now, what this is going to help us is that now you would realize that if you go back to your text editor and you make any change, so let's say I'm going to create another paragraph, and then I'm going to write, CSS is easy and fun to work with if you know what you are doing. You can pretty much do anything you want on your page. Now, you see, after I'm done, I'm not saving, because remember yesterday we set it to autosave. So right now, once I go back to my page, automatically the server would refresh the page. So there is no need for you to do a refresh. It will automatically refresh the page for you. Okay, so that is the file extension. That's one of the key purpose. All right, Patricia, let me allow you to share your screen so that I'll see what the problem is. All right, okay, so share your screen and let's see. Please share your screen. Please share your screen. Patricia, are you trying to share your screen? It looks like, okay, then let me go back to what I'm doing. Please, I think one person at a time so that we can see your screen. All right, okay. So what is the problem?
There's no problem, but I just want to see if I'm getting it right.
Yeah, that is it.
So this is okay. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. Okay. Patricia, can we see your screen?
Hello?
Yes, Patricia.
I've shared the screen. Oh. I've shared this. I'm surprised you're not seeing it.
It's interesting.
You can't see it.
I can't see your screen. Hold on. Hold on.
Share the screen. Okay, let me stop it and share it again.
Okay. So let me rather stop mine.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. I'm sharing it again.
All right.
Can you see it? This is what I'm seeing. You see the 127.0.0.
Wait, I think I may have to rather stop sharing my screen so that I can see your screen, because I'm unable to
see it.
Yeah, I'm unable to see it. Wow. Hold on. Okay. All right. Please, can you share your screen once again? Can you redo it? Can you just do it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right. So I can see your screen now.
This is what and then when I did it, this is what I'm
So right now you've installed it.
I've installed it.
Let me see the bottom of your screen, the ID.
So
let me see the bottom. Do you see go live over there?
Yes, I click on the go live.
So please,
when I click on the go live,
click on it.
Just a minute. When I click on go live, this is what I'm seeing.
You may have to share your browser.
I'm sharing. Yes, this is what I'm seeing. This is the only thing I'm seeing.
Okay, so actually, it's click on the block. What name did you give to your folder?
That is the 2.
No, it's supposed to be one folder. Is it a block, or click on the block?
Oh yes, the block.
Yeah, click on it. There's nothing in the block. So it's serving your directory, the full directory. So please, let's go to your text editor.
Let's see.
This is yesterday's work, I think.
This is the day 2.
So yeah, it's showing.
Yeah.
It is showing. It's because hello.
Hello, I can hear
it comes from you are serving multiple directories, so it opens to all the directories that you have.
Okay.
So you have to navigate to the right directory. So your folder name is day 2. That is why you are so you can. That is it. There is no problem. Okay.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Okay. So now let me share back my screen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. So good. All right. All right. That is fine. Good. So I believe that we have seen the purpose of the go live, the live server. The live server actually allows us, it restarts the server anytime it detects that we've made changes to our document. Basically, that is all that it is. Okay. Now let's also add some links. So remember yesterday we talked about maybe lists. So UL with a list. So LI, sorry. Yeah, so LI, we can have this. Now I want to put it in a link. So, okay, remember the link is ahref. And then we could put anything, but for now, I'll just put an ampersand. And I'll say home. Over here too, I could have ahref with the same thing. And then I would rather put about. And then here we'll have ahref. I hope you've not forgotten about all these things. And then we'll have maybe services. Okay, I could put an ampersand. Good. Now that we have this, we have the list. What can we do? Let's now go and view it in our browsers and see what we have now. Okay, so we can have, let me just click on go live so that we can just open it. And then I'll share with you my screen. So this is what you should have now. Is everyone having this? If you're having this, please give me a thumbs up. If you're having this, please a thumbs up. if everyone is at this page, please a thumbs up. If you have been able to do it, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up if you've been able to do this. All right, good. So right now, this is not something new for us, at least for now. For most of us, we already know how to build a web page with HTML. Now let's look at how do we interact. So CSS is all about styling. It's all about using some form of code to style the various elements that we have. All right, the various elements that we have. So we are going to use CSS to style them. Now, to style an element in CSS or using CSS, to style any of these elements, what happens is that we need to hook onto the element. We need to use something to hook onto it. I'm using very low level terms so that we can easily understand. So we need to use something to hook onto it, to reference this very element so that we can style it, to reference this very element so that we can style it. So CSS calls these selectors. Now, there are three ways of writing CSS. The most recommended way is to create another. So for example, we can create a file called style.css. The extension is .css. And you hit enter. So style.css, style.css, style.css. All right, now, once you've made, and I'll show you the other ways we do it. Once you've done the style.css, what you need to do now is to connect this document to the HTML document. Is to connect the style.css, the cascading style sheets, to what? To your HTML document. And how do we do it? We put it in the head section, always in the head section. We put it in the head section. So you come here, you open, and then you write this, link rel style sheets, href style.css. Now remember, this href is the same href you have seen with what? The anchor tag. Meaning that we are making reference to where the style sheet is. And remember, that means that we are looking for a hyperlink. A link, then this link can be on the local drive or it could be maybe external server. So we use a tag, a self-closing tag known as what? Link. And this is what? What is the relationship? Okay, relationship of this element or this element to this document, the relationship that it is a style sheet. It is a sheet that contains our styles. And we will have href. We can put, you can say // or you can leave it because it's in the same folder. Because it is in the same folder, we can leave it or we can do // like this. So we have our style.css, basically. All right, now, by doing this, let's visit our web page and see something. Okay, so we go back to our web page and now right click on your page and click on view page source. Please, are we together? Some thumbs up will do. If we are together, thumbs up, thumbs up. If we are together, thumbs up. Thumbs up if we are together. Thumbs up if we are together. Thumbs up if we are together. Okay, great, 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 great. All right, good. So right click and click on view page source, view page source, view page source. Once you click on it, you should see what we did yesterday. Now the code below, forget about it. It is coming from the live server, the extension you installed. Now, you would see over here that this is where the style sheet is. Now click on it and see what you see. You see an empty sheet. Just if you've been able to achieve this, it means that you have successfully connected your style sheet to your HTML document. If you have been able to do this, give me 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. If you have been able to do this, 2 thumbs up. If you have been able to do this. Good, Abigail. Good, Abigail. If you have been able to do this, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. If you have been able to do it, very good, Coyote. All you need to do is that, first of all, so I'm going back to my code again. You create a file. You click over here or you right click and create a file known as style.css. Once you click, you rename it as style.css, then now you have to connect this style.css to your HTML document because you are going to use this to style the document. So we need to connect the two documents together. In connecting the document together, we use a tag known as what? The link tag. And it has the attribute of rel and what? And href. So this rel attribute indicates to the browser the relationship of this document to this very HTML document. And the relationship it has with it is what? It's a style sheet. Then you write href. Where is the file located? It is located in our current directory and it is known as what? Style.css. Once you have been able to do this, you are good to go. All you need to do is to go back to your browser and you don't even need to refresh because the live server would have already refreshed it for you. Just right click on your page, scroll to view page source, and you are going to see the code you've written. Now click on style.css and you should get an empty or a blank page. Now this file or this page you are looking at is not an HTML page. This, as you can see at the URL, this is a CSS document. And we are now ready to style. If you are ready to style, give me a thumbs up. If you are ready to style, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you are ready to style. If you are ready to style, give me a thumbs up. Good, 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 good. All right, so let's proceed. With this done, what we need to do is to go back to our code. And remember, we said that to style, you would have to what? To select. You need to select the elements. And with CSS, there is a concept known as specificity. We'll be talking more about it soon. You need to be specific in what you are selecting. If you mean that you want to style only the H1, you need to look at only the H1. All right? So first of all, we can style everything that is within the body. So let's start, and we are going to start. So from the HTML to the body, we can style, we can make changes to so many things. Now, let's come here. Let's go. So I will type by saying body. Okay, so I pull in the tag, which in CSS is more of what we call it a selector. And then I bring in what? My curly brackets. Make this. Basically, that is all we need to do. Once you write this, then you can enter in how you want the body to look like. Okay. So before that, let's create some notes, comments. Remember yesterday we were looking at comments. In CSS2, we can do comments. We do comments by, you can do control / or you can do /* and you can do write your comments here. So I'm going to write some notes like I did yesterday. Styling HTML document. Now, in styling, there are different forms of selectors and styles that can be applied, okay? We can style the width, the height, the background color. We can style the font size, the font family, which we'll be looking at it today. We can do font style, text align. We can also do decoration. So all these things you are seeing being populated are properties that we are going to use, and every element has this kind of property that we can actually style it with. So let's go with what? With the body, and then also we'll go with what? Margin. So sorry. So we can go with, we can go with margin, padding, and stuff like that. Now, before we zoom into it, let me give a little bit of small theory using our whiteboard. Okay, good. Very good. I hope all of you can see the whiteboard. If you can see the whiteboard, please give me a thumbs up. If you can see the whiteboard, just a thumbs up. Good. Now, every element, now keep in mind this, every element is like a box. Every element is like a box on your web page. Every element is like a box on your web page. And as a box, it has what? Width. It has what? Height. Sorry for I'm using my hand on the mouse pad. So it has width, it has height. Every element has a width and has a what? A height. Now, every element has some space around itself called a padding. So we will use the letter P. Okay. And at the same time, we could also, we can let it sit apart from other elements using what we call a margin. So all the elements have their own what? Margins. Every element has its own margin. And we can, in fact, also on the pattern itself, or on the box, on the element itself, we can have what? A border around it. Okay, this is the basic structure of any element you will see on your web page. The basic structure of any element you would see on your web page. Please, this is very, 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 very important. It's so important. You need to really understand this. Once you understand this aspect, there is no way CSS is going to be a difficult thing for you. This is like the fundamentals of every. So if we come, and I'm going to demonstrate it to you so that we come to the coding itself. So I'm begging you, please stop the coding and pay attention. Just stop the coding, listen, try to understand it. If you have a pen and a paper, draft the box on the pen, on the paper, draw on your notebook, and understand that every element, including the anchor tags, the links, the list, every element you can think of is what? Is in a box structure. Every element, very, very important. Every element is in a box structure. And we refer to this model that I've shown you right now. We refer to it as what? As the box model. The box model. The box model. Okay, the box model. Are we good? Are we good? So what did I say? Every element you see is what? Is a box. Every element has this box structure around it. Now let's go back to our browser. Watch something here. I'm going to click on this and hit inspect. Now I hope you can see my browser at the bottom, right? Good. Now we selected this. Okay. Now look down here. Look down here. Do you see that it's surrounded in what? A box. Are you seeing it? This is what I'm referring to as a box model. So because we've not assigned any styling to it, the browser itself comes with its own default style. So it has apportioned the width is what? 1104. Okay. We have padding. We have border. We have margin, just as I showed you on the whiteboard. Please, you all understand it. If you understand this, please give me 3 thumbs up. 3 thumbs up if you understand what I've just said. 3 thumbs up. 3 thumbs up if you do understand it. 3 thumbs up. 3 thumbs up if you understand it. And this is fundamental. You need to understand. I can't teach you CSS without talking to you about the box model. I would not have helped you at all. So you need to really understand it. So if you look at it, if you hover over each of them, they are all in the form of what? Boxes. They are all in the form of, even the HTML itself is in the form of a box. All right, good. Now that we are good with this, then let's go back to our code. So this note, once again, will be shared to you and you can have access. So we said that the body is also an element. And now I can give the body a width. Now I'm going to give the body a width of, let's say, for now, before we journey on, just write this first, and then I'll just talk about the units. So I'm going to say 500 pixels. 500 pixels. 500 pixels. Now let's go back to our page and see what we have over there. Now, do you see what has happened? Now, everything has what? Boxed up to 500 pixels. Everything. Who has been able to do this? If you've been able to do it, please give me a thumbs up. Yeah. .500 pixels. So when you right click and you inspect it, now look at the body and look down here. You see that they've written what? 500. Now I'm going to go over again so that we can all see what I'm just going to go over again. And please, this is how I'm hoping that you go by it. You watch what I'm doing, you listen to what I'm doing before you jump into coding so that you can understand it. Don't be coding, because right now we are learning. We've not started a project yet. So it is more about paying attention, understanding. Then you, when I say go and do it, you go ahead and you do it. Okay, good. So let's look at it. All I did was that we understand that the body is an element in HTML. However, in CSS, we will say we are selecting the body. So it's a selector. Now we are saying that the width of the body, we want it to be what? 500 pixels. Now I'll be talking about the pixels shortly, but the width of the body is what? 500 pixels. Okay, if it is 500 pixels, let's come and then let's view the screen. And you can see everything has been boxed up to 500 pixels. And you can even see down here that the width is what? 500 pixels. Now, I have not apportioned the height. Automatically, the browser has given it 255. I haven't given any margin. The browser is coming with its own margin. Are you seeing it? Good. So the width is what? So technically, it is about 8 plus 8, giving us what? 16. We have 516 pixels. That's what we actually have. All right. Are we good? Please, do we all understand it? Yeah, please, if you've been able to achieve this, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you've been able to achieve this. Today, I'm not getting the thumbs ups. I'm not getting them. I'm not getting them. Please, please give me more thumbs up so that I know that you are with me. You are following. All right. Good. Good. Let's go back to it again. So now these pixels basically are the units. So I'm going to write another comment. So units of measurement. Now, on the computer, we measure images and items in pixels, all right? In pixels. Now, with CSS, with CSS, we can measure items, or we can measure the width and font size using pixels, view height, view width, ems, rems, percentages. These are the most popular units. So available: pixels, viewport height, viewport width, EMs, and REMs. And I'll share with you a link that can help you to really understand it in depth. Okay, but understand that when we are doing responsive websites, we are dealing with these ones. This one too we can use, but these ones help us to be able to build responsive website in a very easy way. Okay, so we will talk about them once we get to each one of them. Now, so we have width being what, 500 pixels. What about we say height too is 500 pixels. Now let's go back and see what we have. So you see that over here now the browser is seeing it as what, 500 what pixels. And that is what we have over here. That is what we have over here. Now, let's come back to our web page. And then now we are going to do a background color. Now, and then I could use probably, let's say I'll use pink. Yeah, I'm going to use pink. Now let's check. Now, so background color is also another property of the elements in CSS that we can style. So background color is pink. Now let's go back and check. You can see that the whole body is set to what? Is set to pink. But funny enough, something funny is going on. You see, because, and that is, these are the things that make CSS a bit complicated, because we have already said that the width is 500. How come that when we say background color is, because if you look at the width is just here. But when we say that the background color is pink, it stretches across the entire body. You see it? Good. So for us to be able to go around this, sometimes what we do is that then we start to look at what the margin. And with the margin, we have margin top, okay, which can be, let's say, margin top, let's say 20 pixels. Margin left, 20 pixels. Margin right, 20 pixels. Margin bottom, 20 pixels. Now let's look at what we will be seeing. Now it looks like in here, so what is happening is that the content is shifting. It's the content that is getting the margin. Let's go back. Now, these are funny things that has got to do with. So if I say 50 and I come back, you see that, yes, it is the margin from, so look at it. This whole part is what? I wish I had two mice. So when you look at it, you can see that from the top, from the browser itself to where the learning CSS Day 2 is, you see that it is 50 pixels. And if you look at our box over here, you will see it. Margin is 50 pixels at the top and 20 pixels here and 20 pixels here. Now, the reason why these things seem to be, the background seems to be applied to the body is because the HTML, the body is like it's like the immediate ancestor to the HTML root itself. So that is why we are experiencing this, okay? And these are some of the weird aspects of CSS. So don't be saying, oh, there is a problem, my machine, there's a problem. No, these are weird aspects with CSS. And there are ways we can circumvent around this. Now, Patricia, your hand is up. Patricia, your hand is up. All right.
Hey, hello.
Good.
I want to ask you, does it mean that CSS is a different, it's supposed to be used, it's a separate file?
Perfect.
The main pages.
It's a different language altogether. It's a different language altogether. A very different language altogether.
Because
so,
you've created the index and we have some codes there, and this is a separate file that we have created that we are editing.
Exactly.
We are using it to effect the
styling.
the index. Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Perfect. So yesterday our focus was on HTML. Today our focus is on designing, styling. And in styling, we need another tool. HTML is not a designing tool. HTML, yesterday I said, is what? A markup tool. Content presentation, that's all that is doing. But with CSS, we are able to style it. We are able to design. It's like you having Photoshop as a code. Instead of you using Photoshop, you are using your hand to code how the web page must look like. I hope we understand it. Do we understand it now? Patricia, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Good. Now, Ruben, you said your styles are not occurring in the browser. Now, please check and see whether, first of all, your style sheet is connected. Your style sheet is really connected to the HTML document. It's very important. Secondly, now be sure that you are using the right tags. So body, open the curly brackets and the curly bracket. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind is that when you type the property, you enter the value and then you end it with a semicolon. Property, value, semicolon. Property, value, semicolon. Property, if you leave this one, you see that VS Code will complain. So you need to have it there. I hope it is good. All right, Coyote, you have a question. It says, so if we put the content, we put it in the body into a container like a section or aside, we can use that to restrict the color from spread. Exactly, perfect. You are ahead of the class. That's how it is. You can, so, and right now we are taking it one step at a time. So when we get there, you see that you can put everything inside a simple, maybe a section or a div, and we can just color it alone and it will stand on its own. Are we good? Are we good? Coyote, are you good? Great. Ruben, how far? Are you okay?
Sir, please, I've checked and it's connected, but I still don't see the changes in it.
Can you share your screen? Let me see your screen. Just share your screen and let me see your screen. All right. So please just share your screen and let me see.
It's not allowing me to share the screen.
Let me stop sharing so that you can share. All right. Okay. So I've stopped sharing. Please share your screen and let me see.
So,
very good. Now, so this, you see, immediately you see the problem you have is that you are writing in British English. Now, the only thing is this. In coding, we use the American English. So the color is not supposed to be U, it's supposed to be OR. Please remove the U. Yeah, remove it. Yeah, good. Now, and then check your page. Let's see your page, your web page.
it still hasn't shown.
Good, okay, that is fine. With this background color, this. Now, please let me check your index. What is okay, but what is the red thing showing on your sidebar at the HTML section?
Yeah.
Please click on it, let it remove it. Good. Just good. Now let's go back to your style sheets. No, wait. Please come back. Good. So you see that the link rel, you have spaced it. There's not supposed to be any space.
Between the link and the rel.
No. Between the sheet style, you've written sheet style. It's supposed to be style sheet, not sheet style.
Okay.
Yeah. So style sheet. All together. Good. Now save it and go and check. Let's check your web page.
Yeah, it has come.
Perfect. So these are the little things you can do that can mess your code up. And you can spend a whole day wondering why it is not working. Because remember one thing, the computer is very logical. And it doesn't know anything unless you tell it to do what it needs to do. So if you are not straightforward, you can't get it done. All right, good. So now let's move on. I can see Elvis, your hand is up.
Yes, sir. Looking at his own, he after the href equals to the star, he got some slash there, but I still work as
href.
but with your
I explained it. I think I explained it. I said that since we are in the same folder, you can either bring it or you can omit it, and it will still work.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I explained it. So please, once again, I know that you are all itching to code, but try as much as possible to be listening and also understand. Have a notepad with you, make some note, try to understand it in your mind that, okay, this is what the guy is trying to say. Okay, that let me put it to test before you jump into the code. Other than that, you would be like you are not getting it. Okay, all right. Okay, are we good? Please thumbs up if we are good. Thumbs up if we are good. Thumbs up if we are good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up if we are good. Thumbs up if we are good. Thumbs up if we are good. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up if we are good. All right, good. Now, so we come here. We have margin top 50. Please pay attention. Oh, pay attention. Margin left 20. Margin this 20. Now, you see, this in itself, let me add a border. So a border, I'm going to add a border. So border is written like this. So you can say border width. Okay. And we'll have maybe, let's say 2 pixels. Border color, the color of the border. And then maybe I want the border color to be aquamarine. And then I want the border style. Now the border style can be solid or it can be dotted. Okay. Also, let me write solid first. Okay. And then let me add, so solid, it could be solid, dashed, all these things. It can be any of them. That is what, these are the properties you can use for what? The border style. So with border, we have what? So let me come here and say border. And let me come here and say margin. All right. Okay. Okay, guys, any question? All right, okay. Now let's look at it. Let's check our page. You see that there is a border around it now. If you can see the border, please give me thumbs up. Okay, Ruben, you have a question. Please ask your question.
So with the margins, is it supposed to be in order, as in after writing margin top, then you come margin bottom, or let's say after writing?
There is no
left?
need. There you can bring this here. You can bring this here, and it will still work. Okay. All right. Yes, you can change the order, and it will still work. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll be getting into something called inheritance and specificity stuff soon, and you will get to see when the order also matter. Okay, you will see it soon. But to be honest, it doesn't matter. You can put it anywhere. But okay, we'll get to something more deeper. All right. If you can see your border, please give me a thumbs up. If you can see your border, please give me a thumbs up. So you can even change the 2 pixels to 5 pixels. And you can come back to it. And what do you see? You see that the width has what? Increased. The width has what? It has increased, right? The width has increased. Do you all follow? If you've been able to do this, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah, Abigail, congrats. That's good. We are getting more developers. More developers are coming in the scene. Yes, Elvis, that's good. Please. If you can see your border, I'm seeing only 2 people. If you can see your border, Delphine. 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 Are you with us? Apia Boating. Are you all with us? Mariam, please don't be listening to it like you're listening to a radio. Partake in what we are doing. All right, with this said, you see that there is an interesting design problem we can obviously see. The learning is too close, the texts are too close to the borders, right? They are too close to the borders. So what can I do? I'll just come back again, and that leads us to what? To padding. Okay, And for padding, I could do something like, let's say, padding, just like the margin. So padding top, I can have 20 pixels, padding left, 20 pixels, padding right, 20 pixels, and padding bottom, 20 pixels. If you go back and you check, you see that now there is a breathing space around it. There is a breathing space around it. Can you all see that? Can you all see that? All right. If you have been able to do this, you should really be proud of yourself because you have begun your journey into web designing and web development. Yeah, Elvis is smiling. I can see that. You're excited. Yeah. Are we good? I'll let one of you. So are we good? I want to know whether we are all good. If you are good, please let a thumbs up be coming. If you get it right, just give me thumbs up. All right. All right. All right. So let's go back again. Now, the issue is this. We are unable to differentiate our content from the main body itself. So let's go to our HTML, CSS. Let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this. We have scattered we've just left everything in it just like that. So one thing we can do is that we could put all of these things in maybe a section like we saw yesterday, like this, okay? And then instead of writing body, right, I'm going to change it and make it what? Section. Now let's look at what we are going to see. Do you see what has just happened? Now you've created a page whereby the body exists on its own. We've not styled the body, but the content has been styled. All I did was that I had to just move what? This information. At first, there was no section, into what? A container element known as what? A section. And in that section, I've pasted all that I need to paste in there. Are we good? If we are good, please, you just have to give me a thumbs up. So now again, I can bring my body back, open up and say background color. And then I could say purple. Okay. Now, if you go back and you check, now you have this beautiful website, a purple body color with what? A pink content. Am I hearing some voices? Is anyone, I mean, Abigail, how far with you? Have you been able to do it? Yeah. Elvis, what is the problem? Express it. What is the problem? Guys, I'm not getting a thumbs up, so I don't know whether to move on or to wait. So I'm going over. All I did was that the HTML at first had nothing. It was just like this. It was just without any section. It was just like this, without it. So all I did was that I just copied everything here, created a section container and pasted it in there. Then I came to my style.css and then put all the styles we have done in a section. So instead of using the body, I use what? A section. Then now the body, I now style the body separately with what? With purple. And by doing that, I got this very beautiful website. Are we good? Please, if we are good, give me 3 thumbs up if we are good. Give me 3 thumbs up if we are good. 3 thumbs up. Three thumbs up. Great, Abigail. 3 thumbs up. Good, 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 good. Ruben. 3 thumbs up. If you've been able to achieve it, 3 thumbs up. You should be proud of yourself. You can use any color you want. I'm choosing to use this color, so you can use any color that you want. All right, I will be getting in advanced classes, we can get deeper into the colors and stuff, but I'll be giving you tips as to how to generate good colors for your website. So please, if we are good right now, it's only it's Abigail and Ruben that are rolling. Please let me know those who are on the platform. Apia, Coyote, Abigail. Okay, Abigail has already Simon. Today Ellis did not join us. Okay. All right. Now, with this done, let's do some more tweaks. Now let's focus on the text. The text that we see. The text that we see. What can we do? Let's do something with the text. So remember that the text is inside what? The section. So what is inside a section is what you style, what you can style. So in the section, we can come to fonts. Good. Oh. Okay. All right, so fonts. Now with a font, we can have something called font size, and we can say 20 pixels. Font size, 20 pixels. Now watch something. Go and check your font size. Oops. So you see that the font size of this has, and of this, they have increased to 20 pixels. They have increased to what? 20 pixels. Abigail, can you see now? All I did in my code, oops, where is my code now? Okay, so let me go back. All right, up here. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Thank you. All right, so this is the code. I just wrote font size, okay? Font size, 20 pixels, okay? Then there is font family. So by doing, someone could say font size, let's do something very small. So font size, 10 pixels. Just come back and you see your file, the font size are very tiny. Okay, so font size are very tiny. Are we good? Abigail, is it okay now? Patricia, is it okay? Good. So we come back again, and then we can do font color, but we don't have font color. We rather call it color, just like that. We don't say text color. We don't say, we just say color. Good. So I could just bring in this, and maybe I would say brown. I don't know how it's going to look, but then I could come back and check, and you can see it is brown. It is brown. It is brown. I could change it and then maybe make it what? Maybe I could say pale violet red. I don't know what it is, but I could just check it and see. It looks faint. It doesn't make a very clear appeal. The contrast is very low. You see it? Good. And you can observe something, that when we apply the color to the text, it affects both the heading and the paragraphs, but it doesn't affect the color of the link. And we'll be getting to how we style the links very soon. This is what we mean by specificity. You need to be very specific. When the element is very different, you need to be very specific. Okay, so I can see some hands are up. Patricia. Patricia. Okay, Elvis. Ruben, your hand is up.
Yes. So when I changed my font color, it affected the color of the border too. I don't know why.
Please share your screen. Share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, share your screen. So I'm going to, oops, let me rather stop sharing my screen. You can. So please, in the meantime, share the link with other colleagues of yours who will be interested in learning this, and let them join. All right, good. So let me check your. Okay, you are doing well. Let me. It's a very nice website. Just that the contrast is low. Let me check your code.
The style CSS or the index.
Yeah, the style CSS is all.
So this is it.
We can't see. You are not sharing that screen, so you can't see.
You can't see.
No. I can only see your browser.
Okay. Please hold on.
That's fine. If your font color is not changing, check the spelling. It's not font color, it's supposed to be just color. Good. All right. Now let's look at it. So your background color is this. Border. This is border width. It's not just border width. Remember, it's border width. Okay. Yeah, and because you've not apportioned any color to it. So remember, so just type in border width, hyphen border, so hyphen width, type it there, width. Then write 5 pixels. Write 5 pixels. Okay, good. Now go to the next line, border color. Border color. No, see the spelling of the border and see the spelling of the color. Remember, we are using American English. So border color. Yeah, do black. Please, yeah, good. And then border style, come down, border style. Then write solid. No, not there. Yeah. No, you are cleaning the color black. Yeah, good. Now, solid. Good. Good. Now let's check your website and see. How is it looking now? We can see your web page. Can we?
Okay, so it has changed.
Very good. So the problem is if you don't write the right property there, and since with the border it has a color property, if you don't assign it, it would inherit the color from the property color itself. That is why you were seeing that. Okay. So that's one thing I'm saying. So just check my code. As you see the code, sometimes these errors are also good. It helps you to understand it better. Without the errors, you can't really get what is really going on. You might think everything is magical. Okay, so you should know that the right property, the right value. Okay, the right property, the right value. All right, that's good. All right, okay, so now I would like to share my screen now. Okay, so I'm going to change this purple violet back to black. Okay. All right, now we are back to the normal, and then I would like my font to be a bit bigger than this, so I'll make it maybe 18 pixels, okay? And we have this. Okay, that's fine. Are we all good? If you've been able to do this, please, you can do a thumbs up. If you've been able to do this, you can do a thumbs up so that I know that you are good for us to go. Great, great. All right, with that said, now we've done a bit of the text, okay? We've seen that there is a font size that is 14, there is color, okay? We can also have font family. That is the type of font we are using, font family. And a font family, normally it could be Arial, So if I put in Arial and I go back to check, you see that the font has changed. And now we are seeing this Arial. Now we are using this Arial is being displayed because on your own system, that is on the machine that you are using, which is your MacBook or your Apple, whatever machine, Linux, Mac, Windows, there is a font section. And that font, so if you look at the font, you see that Arial is there. If you are going to use a font, you need to be very careful. If you are going to use a font, especially on your web page, and you're going to send it out to the public, if people do not have that same font on their machine, it wouldn't run. So normally, people would give, maybe I could have another font, maybe let's say Cambria, something like this, right? Now, hold on. So I can have Cambria, right? Now, if I go back and I check, you see that because Cambria probably might not be or is not properly configured, it is not showing well, right? Good. I'm coming, just a moment, just a second. Let me be sure if, yeah, exactly, that's it, good. Good, so very good. I'm going to quickly show you something on Microsoft Word so that you will just come back to this, okay? So just something on Microsoft Word, and then we'll come back to this quickly. So just be patient with me whilst I switch on to Microsoft Word for you to see, okay? Now, oops. My Microsoft Word is not open. I don't know why. Just a second, please. So that I can show you what it actually is about and how these fonts are all working behind the scenes. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay. Now, let me resume. Good. So please watch something. Over here, I can type the boy and the girl. Can you see my Microsoft page? There's a Word file I've opened. Can you see it? Elvis, can you see it? The boy and the girl are going out. All right, good. Now, let me just zoom. Good. Now, over here, when I click on this, you see that there are a lot of fonts, different fonts. Now, all these fonts are on my machine. If they are not on my machine, I can't have access to any styling of that very font. So if I'm searching for Cambria, let's search for it, Cambria. You see it, this is how Cambria looks like. And Cambria, it's actually installed on this system. Therefore, oops, just a second. Good. And this, so therefore, if I am to do this, if the Cambria is not, if this very font was not on my system, or if it is not on your system and you do it, you are not going to see what I am seeing. You wouldn't see this. So right now, I want to draw attention to something I've done, which you've already seen. You see that I've put Cambria, I've put what? Arial. Now, what I'm saying with this command is that Cambria is what should load. But just in case Cambria is not there, then default back to what? Arial. So Cambria can load, but if it is not in the system, then Arial font should load. Do we understand it? Please, if you understand what we've just done, give me a thumbs up. If you understand what we've just done, please give me a thumbs up. Great, Coyote. All right, so can I proceed? Good. So with this said, now all these things we've said has got to do with what? With selecting things that are happening in general in the section, in this very section, all right? But you would agree with me, okay? You would agree with me, please pay attention. You would agree with me that in the section, there are also other elements. There is what? The heading element, sorry. There is a heading element, okay? Element which is what? H1. There is a paragraph element, okay? All right. And these are all paragraph elements. There is also what? The list or unordered. I should have done some quiz this morning on other lists elements. Okay. So there are also other elements in them. And we may have to style these elements differently. Are you getting it? Therefore, we can remember once again, each element is a box. Do not forget that. So to style, let me carry this to the top as part of the notes. So to style a H1 in the section, remember, you can have an H1 too, which is what? Which is down here. You can have an H1, and I could say this is another H1, and this is outside the section. If you go into your web page, you see that it is outside the section. Are you good? I hope you guys are following. All right, great, good. So we want to style this very H1 here, okay? Now, please pay attention, don't code yet, pay attention. To do that, okay, if right now, to do that, let me start from the complex first. To do that, you will do section space H1, and then now I can style the way I want to style it. I could say color. Then now this color, I want it to be maybe deep green. Sorry. I think sometimes in switching the stuff, I get a bit confused. So sorry about that. Okay, so section space. The space is very, very important. The space is very important. Space H1, like this, then I'll say font, or I could say color. And what would I call it? I will say color. I want it to be, oh, sorry, deep pink, maybe deep pink. Now, if I go back and watch my screen, you see that what? It is what? Learning CSS day 2. It is in what? Pink. But when you scroll down, this H1 still remains what it is. It means that we have become very specific with our elements, with our selection of our elements. Are we good? Yeah, I know today we are being bombarded with a lot of stuff, but this is how we can also learn. So we need to brace ourselves up. Are we good? So this is what we refer to as descendant selectors. Now, in your code, if you come to your HTML, this is a parent, this is what? A child. This is a child, this is a child. This is a parent container containing these elements. The body is a parent container containing what? The section. So there is always some sort of what? Hierarchy. There is a hierarchy in the arrangement of your elements. So if this, for example, is a child of the body, but it's not a child of the section. I hope it makes sense. Oops. Please, do we follow? Great. That's good. So therefore, I can also come down here, or I can even put it up here and I can say H1. Now watch something, and I'll say H1 color blue. H1 color blue. Now let's go back and check what is there. When you scroll down, you see that there is a blue color there. I really don't like the color, but I think you understand it. So let me make it white, color white. And then let's come here. And when you scroll down, you see that is what? This is another H1. We've styled that one alone. So it is important to understand what the selection processes or procedure in what? In styling your web pages. Are we good? Great. Great, 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 great. Great. Are we good? All right. Okay. So we've learned this, we've learned this. But let's do something. What if we bring this H1 down here? What is going to happen? Will it remain the same? Sorry, let's come here. Where is it? Nothing changes, right? Nothing changes. It's still the same. The reason why nothing changed is that with this very styling, we are being very specific. We are saying that look into the DOM tree, look into the HTML, right? And select this. Any H1 in the section, make sure that the H1 has a color of pink. Okay. If you come here, this H1 is any H1 in the body or in the HTML. All I did was that I moved, so I can say H1, then I'll say color, and I'll say white. Can you see now? With this very H1, we mean any H1 in the HTML document. We are not being specific. Here, we are being specific. Please, do we understand it? Does it make sense to you? Great, 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 good. Now, we've covered some stuff. I think it's good, it's 2:30, it's good we take a break. And then for those who have not done, just go over the whole thing. I'm going to give just a simple exercise. The exercise is that please style. So I'm going to create a link here. No, just let me make it simple. Make sure that your elements, that's your anchor tags here, these ones, they are all looking black. Just do a quick search and make sure they are all looking black. I'll attend to you at in the next 15 minutes. That is 2:45. We'll come back again. All right. I hope we are good. So the exercise is to make sure that this is black. This is black. All right. For 10 thumbs up. All right. Okay. So I'll be back shortly. Thank you.